I've helped my clients launch courses in as little as 3 weeks. And the weird part about that is it took me 8 years to launch my own course. And so if you are the kind of person that feels like you're a slow starter, then this video is for you. And if you are a fast starter and you have been moving slower than you feel like you usually do, then this video is also for you. I'm gonna talk about the three parts of my journey that got me here. And the first is going to be as a founder in college. The second is when I got into consulting. And then the third is going to be as a coach. So as a founder, I was working on my master's in environmental sciences in college. And I came across this online course that spoke about online marketing and online business. And it looked super intriguing to me. So I took it and it was wildly successful. It taught me how to get 700,000 people to come to the first website that I ever built. But it also was a double-edged sword because it also set seriously like false expectations. I then bought up all these other courses and I was just like, oh yeah, give it to me, take my money. This is amazing, return on investment, except it wasn't. I learned that there was a lot of craptastic courses out there, and so that was the first touch point, false expectations of success because of like a one-hit wonder. It taught me a lot. But one of the fatal flaws of that first business model was I relied on AdSense revenue, selling ad space on my website, and also affiliate sales. I never had my own product, own offer or anything like that, even though I built an email list and all of those things. Then I got into consulting because the Google algorithm change killed 80% of my traffic overnight, which then killed 80% of that AdSense sales as well as the affiliate sales. I was like, crap, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know how long it's going to take to fix this. So then I went into consulting, and turns out the outcomes I was able to create would pretty valuable and people were interested in them. And so then I started pitching contracts and I started working with like National Institute of Health, and then I worked with neurosurgeons and New York Times best-selling authors. And it was wild. I started off with like super small contracts like $200, and then I raised my rates and get to $2,400 and then $24,000, and then eventually started pitching 100K contracts, and found out that world wasn't for me. And then I got into coaching. Through coaching, I actually found that I really enjoyed working with people and helping people become their best selves. Yes, it was through the lens of business and everything like that, but it taught me that, hey, maybe the meaning of my life is to be of service, to continue to help others. And that was beautiful. And one of the most amazing experiences that like just really taught me from there on that I actually really wanted to launch a course, even though I had taken courses in the past and had this whole perfectionism thing going on as a result of that. I had someone come to one of my coaching calls, and when they shared with me what they were going through, I made one book recommendation from, so you can see I kind of like books. They took that recommendation and then they came back to one of my coaching calls and they were in tears. And they were like, I've been on this planet for like 40 years and I never knew that this was affecting every single aspect of my life. Thank you. And, just out of privacy, for them. And so I almost shared like details on like the book and like what it was and everything like that. But it taught me that I could have this amazing impact on people's lives. And from that point on, I knew I wanted to launch a course, because if I could launch a course, then I could impact a lot more people. Maybe it might not be on personal development, maybe through business and all that sort of stuff, but that's the thing that I told myself. And while looking at all of the clients that I'd been working with and everything, I saw that for them to have the impact that they were having, they had two things that they had figured out in their business models. And it was to have scalable sales and scalable delivery. The scalable delivery came in the form of a course. The scalable sales, that's for another video. That's the whole world of like, having conversion systems and stuff like that. And I didn't have that in my business at the time. But I told myself at that point, now I know what some of the issues were in my previous business models. And while it's taken me 8 years to identify what some of them were and to also find the inspiration to really go full force on this thing, at least now that I know. And I'm not going to beat myself up for it. And if you're watching this, don't beat yourself up for it either. Some people do this stuff overnight, but I think there's like this one saying that goes, it's 10 years to overnight success. So if that's you, cool. If not, cool. I hope you find this helpful and hope to see you on this journey, however long it takes you.